Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Rustic Thread Stitching. My name's Hillary. This is Flosstube episode number 5. Today is January 24th, it's Monday afternoon. I've come on to talk to you about an idea that I have. I think it's a pretty good idea, and I'm hoping that maybe with the help of some other floss tubers, some other people to help me spread the word, we can make this idea that I have pretty successful. I have a very small channel, so I think that I will need some people to help me promote this idea. So the idea I have started with me finishing this ornament. This is Homespun Elegance Sampler Ornament 2008. I stitched this and finished it a week ago, maybe. I stitched it and I didn't stitch the bottom part. I got this as a kit on eBay, or I got the fabric. I didn't get the threads. I got the fabric and the pattern. So this is my finish of the ornament. Again, like I said, I didn't do the bottom part. I picked my own flosses that were similar to the design because I didn't have all the called for. So when I finished this ornament, I thought this ornament would look pretty good in different colorways, maybe different fabrics, different flosses. And I don't want to stitch it up again, but I really like stitching it and it only took me about 3 days. So I thought, or an idea came to me. What if I kitted this up again, this pattern, either the same way I have it or different fabrics, flosses from my stash, and sent this to a friend of mine, somebody who would want to stitch it, somebody who might be on Facebook, Instagram, another floss tuber. Kit it up, send it to them, and have them stitch it in the flosses and fabrics that I sent to them. Once they've finished stitching it in my kit, they then would go into their stash, re-kit this up in a colorway they would like or the same colorway that it's suggested, and then send it off to a friend of theirs who would like to stitch it. And so on and so on and so on. So once it's stitched, someone kits it from their stash and sends it off to someone else that they know that they would like to stitch it. Now, this isn't just me starting this. It would be anybody, everybody who would want to join in. Kind of like round robin style or stitch along style. Anybody can pick a pattern from their stash, preferably small ornament style, something no bigger than maybe 50 by 50, stitch it up, re-kit it from their stash, and send it off to someone else who would stitch it. And so on and so on and so on. And then we would have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of patterns being stitched all around the world, just promoting community and having fun with stitching ornaments, smalls. So I've taken this design and I've picked out a neutral fabric, and I've picked out some flosses from my stash. I'm going to put the color code up here on the top of the threads and send this out to someone who might want to stitch this. So the idea is you would have to ask your friend, if I sent you a kit, would you stitch it? And if you would stitch it, would you also be willing to kit it up and send it off to a friend of yours? And so on and so on and so on. So the logistics, I guess, the only logistics I thought were I can stitch in hand. I can stitch a small piece of fabric. Like I can stitch this in my hand. And this is probably a 6 by 8 piece. Um, I was thinking that, you know, you'd have to have your fabric would have to be a nice size, an ornament size 7 by 7, 9 by 9, something big enough so somebody can put it in a Q-snap or a hoop if they stitch that way. Um, and I think that these kits could possibly be put into even just a regular ornament, or excuse me, a regular envelope and sent with just a stamp, or maybe just sent out for $1, $1.50, maybe $2 max. So the cost of it wouldn't be terribly bad. And then obviously you having to rekit it from your stash, but that's what we do. We're a community. We want to share our things with others. So, um, my, so I guess what I want to know is if you think this would be a pretty cool idea. If you would want to join me in passing stash, passing kits along to friends all around the world and having them stitch it. I thought of a hashtag. It would be hashtag stitch kit pass. So you'd stitch it, you'd kit it up, and you'd pass it along. I've asked or I've emailed a few floss tubers that I know to see what they thought of the idea. Hopefully they think it's a good idea too, and they can help me to promote it. Like I said, I have a very small channel, so I don't want this to kind of just end up dead in the water. I want this to be a pretty cool idea, and I'm hoping that if you guys think this is cool, we can start something fun. Um, okay, so that's my big idea. So let me know in the comments if you think this is a good idea. I have to decide who I want to send that to. Now I can send that to somebody and I can go ahead and stitch another ornament and send that one to somebody. So it's not just one time. You can continue to do this all the time you want. So I'm also doing the 12 in 22 ornament stitch along. I think that's Carol Cross Stitch on Instagram. So this was my January finish, and this is the Homespun Elegance, like I said, the 2008 sampler ornament. Okay. So now that that's out of the way, I didn't know how that was gonna go. I think I did okay. So other than that, today I think I'm just gonna show you some of my whips. I've been stitching a lot in the last 3 weeks. I have a couple finishes. I have a little bit of stash, not much, and I have a finished object. I have a fully finished object. I've had it for a while, but I haven't shown it yet, so I brought it out. Let's see. Oh, the two things on my whip go for January are Margaret Harris from Blackbird Designs and the Mad Hatter from Miss Pergotti Arts on Etsy. So the Mad Hatter, I have a page finish is my goal. And let's see, let me bring my board back. So I did show this before. I don't know how to edit very well. I'm hoping maybe I can do something today so I can put maybe the hashtag, the Stitch Kit Pass hashtag. And if I can edit, maybe I can show before and afters. So this is my page that I need to finish for the month. And I'm really close. So I just have a little bit here to fill in this flower. I did add this over here. So you could kind of consider that a page worth of stitching anyway. So I'm really close to having my goal met on that, and I can cross that off on my whip go. That is, like I said, and that's what he's going to look like. So he's full coverage, but he's just an 8 by 10 or 8 by 11. Super cute. And then I'm going to put all this stuff away. The second one on my January Whip Go is Harris from the Honeysuckle Manor book. I've had this for quite some time, 10 years or so. The pattern looks like this. So pinks, whites, greens, really cute. But I've decided, or I think I had ordered or I had gotten some silks from Vicki Clayton back then. And I decided to change up the colorway on this sampler. Maybe kind of make, the idea was to make it autumn. Then I kind of went a little further with that. So this is, I showed this last time. Sorry, I'm no good at this. So I'm using a darker linen 32 count in all of those Vicki Clayton silks. I've put a spider in on the top. I've changed the birds to crows. I guess there's another bird in there. There's supposed to be a couple, there should be a couple flowers. I wonder if I can do this. Not with a glare. So there's the couple flowers down here. I need to do something else with them. And then some words. This is Margaret Harris. So I have a great aunt, Mary Margaret McGinnis. I think I'm going to put her name on this sampler. She was born in Nova Scotia and lived in Surrey, Prince Edward Island. That we have land there. I've always gone to Prince Edward Island every year. Well, every year till I was at least 20. After that, my grandparents had passed away, and the land kind of just, well, the camp there kind of just went to, we haven't been in a while. But I love Prince Edward Island, so that's going to be this. The goal on this is a finish for the year. I probably won't finish it this month. Some more things I've been working on. I got COVID last week. I just started feeling better yesterday. So I've been stitching up a storm. I also pinched a nerve in my back last week. So not only was I sick, I couldn't move. I was vacuuming or I sneezed. I'm not sure. Okay, so I have Lindy Stitches, Starlings J. There he is, super handsome. So I signed up for this club. I've been in floss clubs before, but not an actual kit club. So I love birds. My family has always been into wildlife, birds, and things. So I'm excited to do these kits. This is where I am so far. I have used some of the, well, I would say, I guess mostly my own flosses. But he's adorable. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wait to find a frame so that I can position or make sure I position those branches like they are in this frame, like just kind of sticking out from the edge. I don't want to like put it all in, and I don't know if I want to put the word Starlings J or not. So I don't know yet. So I'm at a standstill. I'm stopping right here because the bird is pretty much done. Minus, I think the tail needs back stitch. So I'm going to wait until I find a frame. And I can't wait to see the next one. Like this is a flax linen, and I think that's kind of what she's called for. And I don't know if I'm going to do them all in flax, if I'm going to do them all in the same type of frame. So I'm going to wait. Okay, another Another project I pulled out is another one that's really close to being finished. I got this on a freebie table at the Frugal Yankee Retreat a few years ago. The house was, I think just the front portion of the house was stitched, and that was it. And it came with all the floss. And it is Spiders and Bats Oh My by the Sunflower Seed. How well you're seeing that. I know I'm filming on my computer because my phone doesn't have a lot of storage. And I think that the computer isn't as, the camera is not as crisp and clear as a camera would be. So this is where I've gotten to. It is 32 count Kermit. Like I said, I think just this front part of the house was stitched. And then everything else I've added myself. So I think spider's legs and some eyes and red body spots need to be finished. The house has like wrought iron gate, wrought iron back stitch on the top. So that needs to be done. The pattern has several buttons, birds and a ghost. I'm not going to get the buttons. I'll probably just leave them off. So there's a ghost here and a bird. Oh, I don't know where. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a couple buttons that I'm not going to do. But really, I've worked on this quite a bit in the past. Well, I say quite a bit, a couple days, and I've got it mostly finished. So I'm hoping for a finish soon on that one. And if this one is on my whip go, and if I get it finished before it's called, then fantastic. And another ornament. So I finished my January ornament. I'm starting on my February ornament. This is from the Prairie Schoolers St. Nick 2. I must have got this on eBay, but look, it says $60. That can't be right. I never paid $60 for that. And it is the original cardstock. That can't be. Somebody couldn't have had that in the shop for $60. I just noticed that. So several years ago, 2017, I stitched 2 ornaments from this book, 2 Santas. And I have the initials of my kids. So I've got 2017 on this one, but I never put it on here. So I need to put 2017 on there. So it's been stitched since 2017 and I don't finish things. So that I have to start working on that. So I've decided to do one more. So I have this little guy. These ones were stitched on 28 count Monaco mushroom or cop mushroom. And this is a 32 count linen. So he's almost done. I just have hands, face, the middle of the boat, pretty much. And I will have my February ornament done. So if I can keep up and keep pace, I can have my 12 ornaments in 2022. I showed you this, I have in here that Prairie Schooler, the birds. I think I showed you last time too. I had done this one and started a couple more. So those also I can work on this year since they're already started. And hopefully get those ones done. Away. I am trying hard to not say I'm trying hard to have a nice flow through my videos. I'm nervous and I'm hoping that as the videos go on and I get used to this, things will be a lot easier. I never made notes So I kind of made a little list of notes today so that I have kind of an idea what I'm going to talk about. A couple more things I worked on. Yes, no, Floral Motif sampler. I started this on a 36 count linen. I thought it was a 40 count. It's a very loose weave linen, which I don't normally mind, but on a giant piece like this, it's really hard for me. I stitch in hand, and I got out a hoop today I don't like stitching with hoops and things, but I'm gonna try it that way because my stitches are awful, even just with the one strand of floss. So this is where I'm at. I started kind of in the middle, and then this is like the middle bottom. And I love it, and it's beautiful, and the colors are beautiful. My stitches are crap. So I sat there and debated about starting it over, either starting it like ripping this out, going 2/2 on the 36, or starting over with a fresh linen, something's, a stiffer 40 count. So I still don't know. I'm gonna try the hoop for a while and see if I can do it, because I dyed this linen myself and I love it. I don't know if you can really tell. It's definitely blowing out. You can't. I gotta find a place in this house. Like usually I can sit over here, but the sun is shining in right now so bright that it would definitely blow it out even more. And I picked my own colors, color conversion, because I don't know. I don't have a lot of, I have a lot, but I don't have a lot of the called for it ever seems. So, um, okay, started stitching up my AAC Peterson um, antique sampler that I bought on eBay. I'm going to tuck this back in. Hold on. So this is, oh, I need something. Again, oh, it's blowing out. So this is on a darker linen. I think it's a 32. The original is 20, maybe a 26. I tried to count. Oh, it's not showing up that. I'll post a picture on Instagram too to try to get the colors. So there's a lot of greens, browns, purples, reds. There's blues in there. I'm gonna go grab the sampler over here. Second. No, this is darker. This is lighter. I'm gonna have to post a picture on Instagram. So I started on that. I'm probably 2/3 of the way done. So when it's done, hopefully I can show you a better representation of what I've got stitched. Okay, now I have a finish besides the ornament. So this is my second finish this year. It is the Friendship Garden by Chessie and Me. I changed it up a little bit. I didn't put the border around, and I changed the words and didn't put as many I say there's snowflakes, but they can't be snowflakes. It's summertime. So my finish is, I should have brought them. Well, it's not too bad. The colors are definitely blown out. The grass is green. The grass is green. I put my husband and my initials. I just wrote, "Love makes this house a home." I probably could have thought of a better quote, but I had gotten so far into the one-on-one, I just kept going. So there's a couple specialty stitches, but I didn't do some of the ones that are called for in the pattern because there's Jessie and me does a lot of specialty stitches. But it's done. I think I have a frame or a tray actually for it. So hopefully, like I said, I'm not much for fully finishing things. So I have a big drawer full of finished things. Someday I'll bring that out and show you. Is that it? Okay, so my fully finished object. Like I said, I've had this done for quite a while. So this is a jar I picked up at the Dollar Tree. Filled it with buttons, fabrics, trims, scissor fob, with the idea that this might be a gift for someone. Then I stitched the hedgehog house, trimmed it with some cording, put a magnet in here on the back, and he sits right here on the top. And I think it's awesome, and I want to do a ton more of these, and I want to give them away. So he sits on the top. I got a magnet in there. And I have a bunch of fun little accessories to give away to somebody. So I'm definitely going to do more of this type of thing. I think it's really cute. Okay, so stash, I've purchased some things online. I think I have a few things coming. I found this on eBay. It's just, what is it? Oh, the Needles Praise, Starling Osteen, the honeysuckle sampler. I think I got it for like $1.50. So this is stitched on 26 count. It's 7 by 7 or 7.5 by 7.5. I want to do this. She does a lot of specialty stitches as well, and I don't mind doing them, so I'd like to try this. Smaller count, or a higher count, so hopefully could be a 5 by 5 piece. So something small and easy. I think it'll be. Okay. I also purchased the ES Spot Sampler from 1884 Stitchery, just the PDF download. So I've always loved this sampler. I love seeing people's finishes, and I'm glad that I can stitch it now. I'm going to, let's see, she's got it called for TMC and weeks. I don't have a lot of weeks dye works, so I'll just pick things for my stash, or I will dye fabrics myself. I can't wait. So I got those two things, and I did get some. What was it? Oh, I bought some fabrics from Jen's Stitching Niche. I love to buy from her. She's super, super fast shipping. Her prices are great. But I bought some. I wanted to try the Weeks Havana. I wanted to try dark fabrics. I don't have a ton, so I bought all the dark fabrics, I guess. So I got a 40 count Weeks. I got a 35 count Cocoa Weeks. Cocoa. And then I just bought a dirty. That is a 32 count. And I got a 32 count chestnut, which is super dark. So Havana chestnut, that's the cocoa and the dirty. So again, just adding to my fabric stash. Love how these all feel. So that's stash, haul, finished object, shout outs. I didn't write down. I have been watching Rogue Mama Stitcher. That's Amber. She's super easy to listen to, fun little projects. I really, really like watching her. She's becoming one of my favorites. Somebody else. I want to look. Somebody J. Just because I found her the other day and she's under 1,000 subscribers. What do you call that? Under okay, I don't know. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wonder if I have a list. Probably won't be able to find her. Okay, so while I'm sitting here looking, I'm going to tell you the ones I do watch, or I'll tell you some like ones that I will watch every time they post a video. Um, Darcy Cameron, Stitch Man, Brendan the Serial Starter, Pam and Steph, that girl, Betsy Klager, Cheryl at Tranquil Stitches, Carol Saltbox Stitcher, Ellen Reed, Helen Daly. Helen is a Maine stitcher as well, and I know her. I've been to her house to stitch with the girls. Um, oh, where is it? Schoolhouse Stitcher, she just posted a video. She doesn't have that many, but she used to post a lot more. So I watched her. Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, Julie. I watched Jen Stitching Niche, Teresa Vanette, Kyle Reckemeyer. What else do I watch? Nikki Noodles, Mama Loves You, GB Michelle. I watched Nicola Parkman and Nicola Bumble Stitches. Oh, look at me. Melly Ellie Stitches. Melanie. Hi, Melanie. Kay Goldman. Kim, obviously. I'm just going to keep going. Oh, Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher. Michelle, Penny's daughter, shares. All right, I'm going to find this girl. She's coming up. I know I'm missing people that I watch. I will watch Carrie and Stitches. Ooh. Oh my God, I went all the way back to the top. Elizabeth Ann, finally a farm girl. Chrissy, I'll do Chrissy Crosshatch Quilts. Trixie Tricycle. I watch Leslie Hurley sometimes. Needle and Flax. I've been watching her. Can't remember her name. Now you're just sitting here. Rachel? Rachel. Oh, Marlene Bush, Stitching by the Lake. I love Marlene. I'm just flipping through now. Lindy Stitches. Susan Stanley. I've watched her a few times. I could go back and watch some of her things. Okay. I'm determined to find this girl that I want to shout out because I just started watching her. Chris Cross Stitch. I like watching him. I'm in trouble. I might have to shout her out next time. Okay, I'm just going to give it another couple more swipes. Oh. All right. I can't find her. Oh, Yaz. I watch Yasmin. Made with Love. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. Amy J Creations. Amy J Creations. She's a new floss tuber that I found. So go watch Amy J. I don't know how many videos she's had, just a couple or one. So go check her out. Uh, I want to find some more newer floss tubes because I'm a newer floss tube and I want to show people out. I don't know. So I guess to end this, if you think that the hashtag Stitch Kit Pass is a pretty good idea, hopefully we can kind of get this kind of like a little movement going, and hopefully some other people will be into it, and we can maybe start a little something and pass these kits all around the world and stitch them up. So I am going to, I know I'm forgetting something, and I'm going to end this today. I think I did pretty good, 35 minutes or so. I'm going to have to pick up the kids from school soon. And hopefully, I've been doing these floss tubes every 3 weeks or so. I think that's good because it gives me a good amount of stitching, good amount of stuff to show. Hopefully, I can get to the thrift store soon because I've been aching to go there. I couldn't go last week. I was sick. Prior to that, it was after Christmas, even though that was probably the best time to go to the thrift store. You know, right after the new year, people are discarding half their stuff. I didn't do any shopping after Christmas, not even thrift shopping. So I haven't been anywhere shopping. So I want to do some of that maybe coming up this next weekend. So I will see you hopefully in 3 weeks. And thank you so, so much for watching. And yes, give me a comment if you think that that's a pretty good idea. Let's get this thing going. All right. Thanks. Bye, guys. We'll talk to you soon.